So I made this decision to make a competition, you know. So I made this bare knuckle fight. I wanna sign a good contract with the bare knuckle maybe, or MMA organization, but I have no experience, much experience, you know. I still learning. I want to learn. I want to train, and I believe, like, I'm 30 years old. I believe I have maybe 5 or maybe 6 more years for this.
Oh, you're
shit.
only 30?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're still a spring chicken, essentially. Wow, that's crazy. Because I just felt like it would have. I assumed you were older because it seemed like you've had like so many experiences, and it would have taken so long to get this good at doing these kind of vocals and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway.
Why are you attracted to the bare knuckle stuff over MMA?
Because for
more
MMA,
brutal.
If I step in the ring with a good MMA fighter, he will immediately submission me or fucking knock me out or whatever, because it's just a different game. With a bare knuckle, everybody has this chance. Because bare knuckle is a different game, like very different game from the boxing, from the MMA, from anything. It's just a street fight without kicking and wrestling. Just a bare knuckle fucking shit, you know, and I love it.
But do you like break your hands like on a very consistent basis? No?
It's consistent basis in general, but I never did this shit. I just like it was a little hole like in my lip here, just because I get this punch like that, boom, here, and that's it. And I was lucky, and my opponent got lucky because I hurt him, but that wasn't like injuries or some shit, you know.
I feel like a lot of the fights I've been in my life, I ended up like breaking a finger or something.
Yeah, it's a common thing actually.
Yeah. I got like a weird bump right here from like a boxer's fracture.
I know a lot of fighters like boxers and stuff. They just when I look at their hands, it was like ugly hands.
Yeah,
you know, like
just swollen.
Yeah.
That's got to stop you at a certain point too, because if you have enough bones that are like easily gonna break, then at a certain point you probably just aren't able to keep going, right?
You gotta pay the price.
Yeah, 100%.
For everything, literally.
Definitely. Yeah. So, okay, you're talking about going on tour in America for the first time and being 30 grand in debt by the end of it. When does it start to make sense? And were you guys just so passionate about this project that you were willing to dump money into it in the early days?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, for us, it was like another way. We were going to figure out a way. And we just were writing music. We had problems like with our label on where they wanted to go. And like, we've always known what our fans want. And, and it was like, times were kind of changing. Like you said, like people now like heavy music. I think it's because of COVID. People sitting at home, kind of getting bored of, and they see something kind of extreme. They hear these extreme vocals, on TikTok, on like Reels, and I think they just start to get attracted to it. And we just noticed like from then, like actually we've got something, we need to change sort of how we're doing it, how we're playing shows, how we're touring to kind of do it more smart. And we started to do shows just by ourselves. So after COVID, and once we got the US visas for everyone, we started doing like just Slaughter.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic situation, when you young, you want this opportunity, somebody give you this opportunity and start to fuck you up, make money on you, all this shit, and it's okay, it's normal, because you take this responsibility on your shoulders, you sign the contract or whatever.
Because you were initially overjoyed to sign your label deal, right? Because didn't you have a band before this that didn't end up getting signed, and that was kind of why it didn't work?
First experience for me.
Okay.
For you?
Yeah, before I signed, but it was like small death metal stuff, it wasn't anything serious. And
yeah, but anyway, it's just a classic situation. And, I believe nowadays, if you have this audience in your Instagram and your social media, you don't need like anyone who can give you money or fucking whatever. You just need connections. You just need good people around you, and you just being normal, good man. You start to speak with guys who has a lot of opportunities as well, and they just give you this opportunity, and you make money by yourself with the guys, But back in the days, you cannot do this because there was no fucking Instagram, fucking YouTube shit and all this stuff, and labels get this market. you know, and without them you're just basically nothing. And they selling like CDs and stuff right now is just streaming platforms, you know, and it's more easier.
It's a lot less for a label to do once getting the actual records into stores isn't like as big of a factor, right?
So basically I believe labels right now, they have to like change their work. You know what I mean? Like back in the days, they work in this way. Right now, it doesn't work like that. You know, if you want still, it's gonna be like a huge label, good label, helping your bands and all this shit. You have to change your like.
Yeah, but also I think you can't really control a lot of the things that are kind of organic now. Like you can't control what goes viral on TikTok. You can try, you can look at trends and all that, but a label doesn't have that power anymore. Yeah. You know, they say like, even with radio and all that, they're more like kind of like a bank giving you money to help you go on tour, to pay for like a bus, a van, so you can do all that stuff and put that work in, more so than actually giving you that opportunity to like blow up.
Because when I think about back in the day when I was more into the hardcore scene and stuff, it's like I would see bands get signed and basically get like industry planted into the game, where all of a sudden they're on tour with some big ass band, and then you'd go to see them and you'd realize like, oh, this band is playing like second to last on the flyer, but they don't actually really have any fans out here. But the singer is a cool dude. He's friends with the owner of the label or whatever, and like, you know, you realize that these people are playing games like this. But when you actually have like a product that sells itself and that is able to just kind of go viral and have like a giant fan base, like what it seems like you guys have going on, at a certain point you're going to kind of open your eyes and just be like, oh fuck, like what the hell is the label really doing for us at this point, now that we have all these connections and everything like that?
I appreciate our label, like Sumerian Records. They gave us a good fucking opportunity, you know what I mean? Because when we signed this contract, we immediately go to America with Cannibal Corpse, and with fucking a lot of bands, you know.
And they funded it. Like we were 30 grand in debt, but 30 grand in debt to them.
Okay,
you know, they got us the van, they got us the visas, they got us the flight. So, and at the end of the day, even with the contract, we signed it all. You know, it was our mistake. We sat down. Okay, this is the opportunity. We signed it. We didn't kind of read it properly, and actually we managed to renegotiate a few things, and
label helps us a lot,
and
helped us, you know. And I appreciate all people I work with, you know.
Are you guys in a legal battle currently, or is
no. It's all fine.
Okay.
The only problem we had was like it was more of an idea of the direction, you know, because we had songs that were like heavier, and to them, and like the old school way, and it's not just them, labels in general, like, hey, look, we can push this kind of like friendlier, like kind of song. Whereas we were like, well, this song we know has this moment. And it did have this moment. But, you know, you could be wrong. Everyone can be wrong about it. We just had this feeling, and that was the only kind of dispute we had, you know.